Well, you brought up something really important there. For any organization, whether it's a school of business or whether it's a traditional business in the sense we think about it, 30 to 40% of new annual revenues should be coming from existing customers. We should be expanding the opportunity. So this
Yep.
whole conversation today about reprioritizing the problem, it's not just with new logos, right? We spend a lot of time going after new logo, but this relationship and redefining the problem and how we could expand the relationship and help them, significant. In fact, that 30 to 40% number is significantly underrepresented if you read up from like Forbes articles and things like that. It should be more when you do cross sells and upsells and recommendations to other organizations. The new revenue flow that comes in from that network of existing customers is much more like 70, 80%. So what
Absolutely.
you just said there
Yeah.
about harnessing that voice of the customer,
Yeah.
working with them, networking with them, boy, that can't be understated.
No, it's so important to have these people, these customers on your side. They need to essentially become an advocate for you. That's the idea of a relationship management, of successful relationship management. Your customers need to be so happy with the service you provide that not only are they going to stay with you, they're going to give you more business, but they're happy to shout about it amongst their peers that I might not have access to yet because yes, they might have seen an advertisement for Frankfurt School. Yes, they might have seen one of our YouTube clips, but nothing speaks louder than someone they know telling them how great we are. For me, that's the essence of successful relationship management is exactly that. You need to have customers who are so happy that they want to help you do the sales job.
That is harnessing the voice of the customer. I want to talk about that a little bit because we mentioned that trust gap survey, right? Where
Yeah,
the 74% of the buyers don't trust what we
yeah,
say about what we do for our customers. But if you're hearing from the customer, the voice of the customer themselves, you talk about YouTube clips and things like that, not just a testimonial and a case study. Those case studies tend to be, by the time they go through rounds and rounds internally and the rounds and rounds at the client and they come back approved, they're very, very polished PR pieces, right? They're beautiful, but they've lost their authenticity. And so what you're talking about here is that hear from the customer themselves, right? There was a three-time B2B CMO that was on about a year ago, and she said, Steve, no matter what, the campaigns we create, whether it's a sales enablement, whether it's marketing campaigns, no matter what we do, if the voice of the customer leads ours, it always works out better. It
yeah.
always performs better.
It's so important, especially in the B2B area, because what we sell is essentially emotions, right? We sell fantastic products, all of us, and we sell on the back of our customers being happy. And if they are ready to take that into the world, that's the best way of marketing our brand, marketing our product.